Hello, you speakers. I'm Katza.
I'm George.
And I'm Javier.
What do you think, guys? Are there a few techniques to answer questions that we can teach our audience?
Absolutely, Katza. You know, we always have something very interesting in stock for our audience. And you don't miss this episode. It's going to be a great one.
I refuse to answer the questions on the grounds that I might incriminate myself.
Okay, so stay tuned. Today, you're learning some answering questions techniques. Welcome to another episode of the You Speak English podcast. Thank you for hitting that play button and subscribing to our podcast channel.
Remember, you can download the script for this podcast. The link is in the description box below.
All right, guys, let's get started with this next section. The most common mistakes advanced learners always make. Okay, the first one, guys. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a very common one, guys. I just heard it this morning, as a matter of fact. Somebody said it, and I said, "Oh, I'm going to include that in my podcast today with you guys." So the word is share. You know, I've heard this, and some people use it correctly, but most of the time they say, "I'll share you the information." I'll share you the information.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, remember, the correct form is I'll share the info with you. So this word share is a collocation with the preposition with. Share with.
Right.
Yeah, share with. I share my pizza with you guys.
Oh,
All right.
Share and share a lot. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, pizza, man. What else do you
want? More pizza.
Pizza. Yeah.
What's better?
What do you got for us?
What's better than pizza? 2 pizzas. Okay, so mine is still along the ways of what George said. Students have a hell of a time, usually, even in advanced levels, with questions and prepositions, in my case. So I get a lot with, George, do you practice guitar, right? So with who do you practice? With who? No, it's who do you practice with?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you practice? Katza, you're going on vacation, right? Where are you going?
No.
No, it's where are you going to?
Where are you going to? Yeah.
And George, you get up in the morning, right? Very early. At what time? At what time do you exercise? No, it's what time do you exercise, not at what time. So those are well, in all fairness, they're pretty tough to master, but you just need to practice. Nevertheless, it's still an advanced learner mistake.
Okay. Yeah, because it's still a direct translation too from Spanish.
Unfortunately,
right? Yeah.
Practice.
Listen to us. Listen
to us.
Okay. I brought one. Using prefer instead of would prefer, because prefer is actually what we use in Spanish, and in really basic English is I prefer something. Okay. But using prefer instead of would rather or would prefer when talking about a specific choice. Okay. Because I can say, I prefer pizza to burgers, right? I can say that. But when I'm not comparing two things and I've just made my choice, I have to say, I would prefer to have a pizza, right? I would prefer to have a pizza. Because that's my specific choice.
That's your final choice.
Talking about, that's my final choice. So today I prefer to stay home because it's pouring out there. This is incorrect because I'm talking about only one thing. I prefer to stay home, right? It's I would rather stay home because it's pouring out there, right? Now we can use prefer, but only when we talk about, like I said, a comparison, okay, or general preferences, okay.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Really good one.
Okay, so let's jump into another section called. I love the drum roll. Cosas en español que no tenemos en inglés.
Yes.
All right. Good. First one, and I love the word. I love it. Quincena.
Yeah.
Quincena. Okay, so in Mexican Spanish, quincena is a term that is most commonly used with payday. It's every 2 weeks. Most of the time, it's every 2 weeks, right? It's on every 15 and the last day of the month.
Right.
And in Mexico, we say, "Oh, I'm happy because it's going to be quincena.
Mhm.
All right, quincena means like it's a derivation of the word quince, the number 15 in English. So that means every
That's right.
15 days.
Right.
We don't have that. We don't say we're gonna get paid on the 15th, or we don't have that special word in English. Like,
No.
so it's just payday. Oh, hey guys,
Payday,
you know what?
huh?
You know what day is tomorrow, guys?
It's payday.
Payday.
Yeah.
So I do have a question on
Yeah.
that. In American culture, they do get paid every month, right?
Every
Like
Friday.
monthly, every
Every
Friday
Friday.
for every job.
Last time I was there, I got paid every Friday in most jobs that I had.
Okay.
I never got
Yeah.
paid like every month. Some do, but most of the time you get paid on Fridays because then you have money to spend on the weekend, and it moves the economy. You know, you
There
always
are
have money on the
different-
weekends. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, there are different places. You know, a friend of mine, he works for a big tech company, and he gets paid really well, but he gets paid every month.
Oh.
Monthly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big tech company, American.
I think that for office jobs is like that, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard for
it's
me
an
to say.
interesting
Yeah.
question. Okay.
No, it's
Talk
a
about
cultural
interesting
question. Good one.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get paid weekly, Katza. Very
Okay.
weekly.
Okay.
Okay, move on to my no existe en inglés. Embrasilar. Embrasilar is to make a baby addicted to being held up. We actually don't have that one. There is no
I
such
think I would
thing.
enjoy that. I love to be held up and cuddled. Can I
Yeah.
embrasilar myself,
You
somebody for
are,
me?
perhaps. Yeah.
I was going through our rundown today, and I told a person that I dearly love, I had never heard that word before, and I speak Spanish. I had never heard that. Do you know that one? Yeah, he goes, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I had never learned that. And
Yes.
I just realized that mi español es muy malo.
Oh, shoot. I'm
Darn it.
sorry.
Okay, so I want to thank my mom up in heaven because this reminds me of her. She used to use the expression marca diablo.
Oh, yeah. My mom
You know what that
uses that
is?
expression as well.
Okay, so that means that it's really, really big. I don't know why. Like oversized. Like she bought some drapes, marca diablo. Now we're gonna have to take them in. Just they're too long. They're too long.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on.
All right. Provecho. Bon appetit. Okay, to the main topic. Let's
Right.
move on to the main topic. So today, we're presenting to our audience some techniques to answer questions within a conversation. Even if replying to these questions implies formulating new questions to continue and manage a conversation comfortably. But first, please pay attention and listen to this dialogue performed by yours only. Pay attention to questions and replies. George and Javier. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Woo!
Thank
Hollywood.
you. All right. Hey, George.
Hey, Javier.
Listen, I was wondering if you could help me. Do you happen to know where there's a good place to buy art supplies?
I'm not really sure. Hey, let me think for a minute. Oh yeah, there is this new place, Mixed Media. It's down on Main Street.
I don't know that store. Exactly where on Main Street?
Well, you know that where that new vegetarian restaurant is, right up a block there.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean now.
Hey, I hope you don't mind my asking, but are you taking up painting, Javier?
Are you kidding? I can't paint. I'm just asking for my sister's son. He's really into it.
Oh, I see. Hey, are you still doing your photography? You're really good at that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I really enjoy.
Hey, listen, this may sound like a dumb question, but can you get any good pictures on an automatic?
No. That's a very interesting question, George. Automatics are okay except for special effects or stop action.
Oh, and listen, there's something else I was wondering about. Like, should you do all your developing?
My own developing? Oh, no. You don't have to develop your own. You can get good prints if you send them out.
No kidding. Could you tell me something more about it? Like, if I was going to set up a darkroom, what would I really be using it for? What kind of equipment would I need?
Oh, well, you need your enlarger and chemicals, but actually developing is only cheaper when you're doing a lot of enlargements.
Oh, I see. Can I ask you if you're making any money at it?
Well, I'm making enough. Well, it's tax time, so that's something I'd rather not talk about just
Okay.
now.
I really understand. Hey, well, I gotta be getting along now. So long.
Okay, bye.
All right.
All right, bravo. And scene. Okay. A conversation often depends on questions to keep going in the direction you may want it to go. If you master questions, you control the whole conversation. There are a few techniques to inquire about a specific information from different people. So you would have to consider who are you asking the questions to and how deep can you go in the conversation.
Remember, if you're too direct, you may sound rude, and this could throw the conversation overboard. Okay, so bear in mind that personal questions have to be expressed very politely.
All right, guys, thanks. Hey, and here are some examples of expressions that could lead up to questions. Number one, I was wondering if you could help me move in next week. Number two,
Right.
I'd like to know more about this new fitness plan you just started. Three, this may sound like a dumb question, but what is your favorite celebrity scandal? Four, excuse me, do you know where the bank is? Five, I hope you don't mind my asking, but when exactly are they serving dinner? I'm hungry.
I'm
Now,
hungry now.
you may often need to delay an answer, and there are some expressions to avoid awkward silence and to let the others know that you're actually taking a moment to formulate your answer. You don't want to stay quiet, guys. That's very important. That creates confusions. Now, we call these expressions delaying devices, and they sound something like this. Okay?
All right, let's do a little role play here.
Role
Javier.
play, right? George,
Okay,
talk to
let
me.
me start. Hey, Javier, if you were in a circus, which character would you be?
Well, let me see. That's a good question. I guess I would have to be a clown.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Why are we not surprised, man?
Why are we not surprised? Okay. Okay. Question. What is, George, what is the worst advice you have given?
Okay, let me think for a minute. I just can't think of one right now, but I'm pretty sure I've given a couple in my lifetime that I shouldn't have spared at all. So yeah.
Okay. Katza, I'm your boss. Have you gotten any emails from our client?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check.
Okay.
Okay. Now, these are the delaying devices. These are essential in English. We actually use some in Spanish, but they are essential in an English conversation. So I hope you guys have written it down. And moving on. So now there might be some questions to which you just don't want or can't answer to. And there are a few more expressions to avoid answering, of course, answering politely.
Yeah, and what a top one is, and this is mainly a cultural aspect. Somebody would not really ask this question, but if you're coming from a different country, it could be different. Probably in the United States American culture, this is not a very appropriate question to ask, or not even in this fashion, the way I'm going to ask it right now. For instance, if I go and, hey, Javier, how much are you making a week?
Well, that's something I'd rather not talk about just now.
Okay, good.
Okay. Javier, what is your least favorite part about work?
Oh, can I get back to you on that one? I'm not really sure.
All right.
Javier, we're always asking Javier, right?
Yeah.
What am I, the answer guy? What?
I don't
Yeah.
know, Javier.
You are the
Picking
go-to
on
guy.
you.
Okay.
Javier, come on, be honest. What hurts your feelings?
I can't really answer that one. It's so complex, but people asking me questions all the time, just me. That kind of that kind of hurts my feelings. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. No, I can't answer that. Can I get back to you on that one, George?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
No, don't worry.
Oh, nice. I love
Okay.
avoiding questions.
Yeah, you're totally free to avoid any questions that you feel uncomfortable answering.
And
So-
you're not being rude. You're
No,
not
not at
you're
all.
not being rude.
Culturally, in English and in for example, the American culture, it's okay if you don't answer questions.
Avoid the question. Give
Yeah,
yourself some
just avoid
time.
them.
Dodge it.
Exactly.
Dodge it. There you go.
Dodge it. Okay.
All right.
All right.
And we're done with some of the most common answering techniques. There are a few more, but I bet that if you start using this in conversations, you will soon master them. And of course, you will learn a few more on the way.
All right. Let's wrap things up, guys. Time is up. Bye-bye.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for having me here, Javier and Katza. And until next time.
Thank you very much, guys. Remember, everything we teach you is gold. Use it. All right.
Use it, yeah.
And now this time, avoid it. Avoid answering questions. You'll thank me later.
Yeah. Okay, this is it for today. Thank you to all of our audience out there. And remember to subscribe to our channel. If you like this podcast, please share it with all your friends. You should also check our YouTube channel where you can get these podcasts on video. Of course, you are more than welcome to comment on our videos. You can also visit our website where you can find articles about English practice and learning. And remember,
perfect practice
makes perfect.
Perfect. All right. Until next time.
Bye, you
Bye-bye.
speakers. Bye.
Bye.